Hopefully that's all it is, but...
But you could not control what happened to them. You could only control how you went to rescue them, what you went to look for. I will control our end to the best of my abilities. Whatever we find, we find.
We find. And Lex kind of reaches up and kind of mounted in front of their seat is like this little model airplane kind of thing of like, just a small two-seater regular airplane, and Lex just kind of flicks the nose lightly and goes back to looking through their files and checking things. They definitely don't seem as sarcastic and sassy as normal. A little subdued. Normally they'd be flipping you all kind of shit.
Eventually, Burke would transfer all the data over to her data pad, get up, and go find a quiet place on the ship to work alone. See that look?
I want to crash this party. I want to go talk to Lex, but I don't know what's next for us.
What's next is, namely, just travel.
Okay.
So you guys are free to sit in this space for a little while longer if you would like.
I think Chris needs to talk to Lex as the captain. Chris is going to ping. Gonna kind of open the door. Captain?
Oh, hey Chris, come in.
Playing with toys again?
Well, memories and such.
Who's
How's
the
everything
one
look?
Oh, looks great. Looks great. There's actually one little broken thing I wanted you to come take a look at. Give me your opinion on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just give me a holler, Mother, if I need to head back to the bridge for anything. Just keep her on course. And,
Understood.
Yeah, they'll follow after Chris.
I'm gonna take Lex to a place where Mother can't find us, different from where I took Abigail. I think I have 3 places I rotate. I don't want too many, because then someone can come and eavesdrop if they want, with like a place that I use multiple times kind of thing. Like I want some intrigue and shit, but for now I'm gonna take them to another place like that I know Mother can't reach. And I think Lex would know that. What's up?
A quick question. So obviously you couldn't track the one that as paranoid as Ross is, but could Bert have just asked Mother to create just a little reminder, like messenger notification that pops up that just says Ross has been off my cameras for this period amount of time.
Oh yeah, you would notice Ross vanishes. Sometimes it's to read comic books, which they've been written up for a few times. Sometimes it's like because there was like a really hot like girl tech who was like there for a little bit, didn't want to be spied on. Like there's reasons, but yeah, Chris has now disappeared twice from your view.
I feel like that happens.
Either I'm slacking or not.
Yeah, it happens like so frequently that there's just like a whole
It's
like
automatic.
there's a folder of like Ross was off cameras from here to here, from on this date to this date.
You,
like
you love me. Burke loves me. It's fine. Burke doesn't want to admit it, but Burke loves me. Chris is gonna take Lex to one of them, and the fact I disappear is gonna go back on your radar. Captain, there's something you gotta know.
What's going on?
Okay, so before you yell at me, yes. Did I tap into a confidential message between Burke and Wayland? Yes. But I can't get. Please don't get me in trouble for that right now. Thanks.
Lex kind of holds up a hand, does a little look around just to. Okay, go on.
Some shit you gotta know. It's pretty fucked up. It's gonna sound crazy, but I think they found something out there. The last signal that went out was a distress signal. And part of Berg's orders were to collect any alien artifacts or technology or data. Something happened.
You sure about that?
Peter Wayland's alive.
Wayland?
Wayland, yeah. I think, or his body's there. Like, something is going on. I don't know if he's alive or not. I don't know, honestly. I thought he was buried, but he's out there on the Prometheus.
You actually heard someone say Peter Wayland.
Peter Wayland. No, I didn't hear that. I don't know if he's alive, but his body is out there or something, or his brain. I don't know, but some kind of something from Peter Wayland is on the Prometheus. They said to get Peter and his daughter. And those two scientists, whatever their names are, I don't know.
Oh, fuck, I can't remember. Yeah.
Something in Shaw because of that old Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, I'm sure Drucker would.
Drucker would know. He's really good friends with them. I don't know.
Did they say what happened to the Prometheus?
No, I have no idea. Just that there's a distress signal and we need to recover stuff. And Lex, I think something bad's about to happen. They've stolen something. They've done something. They've gone too far with some kind of experiment on his body. I don't know what. I have done enough corporate espionage for Wayland to know what the shit that they can do. Me and my parents.
Fuck. God.
I don't. And listen, Lex. Abigail told me not to tell anyone.
Well, of course Abigail would say that. Abigail's.
But to the
Wayland's
captain?
Tool.
But to the captain. I don't know. It's a lot. And I don't know if they know. They've been programmed that way. They're not programmed to lie, but that one, I had to tell someone. And you can't know you got it from me, okay? You can't know you got it.
No, just...
Fuck.
Okay. So, something happened to Prometheus. We don't know what. We don't know what we're going to walk into. If they actually did make some kind of contact with something, there's a chance that we could run into that too. And just saying this, if they're hostile, we might be forced into a situation where we need to defend ourselves.
I'm not a Marine. I do the beeps and the boops and I'm friends with the computers. I love video games and reading comic books. I'm not a fighter, Lack. Sorry, Captain.
No, but you know where things are, right?
I guess, because
you know
technically it's a twin ship, but...
You are basically one of the few people who actually knows this ship better than I do, right?
I mean, yeah.
While we're going between here and there, can you find... Let me put this. I know the ship's not armed. Obviously, this isn't a...
No, this is a research ship. This is an exploration vessel.
Find me things that we could do to change that.
You want me to Grand Theft Auto the ship?
I just want you to make some notes.
Okay,
If there's something we could weaponize, I want to know about it.
Like on our ship or on Prometheus?
On our ship.
Okay.
And... keep this to yourself. I have some other people, I think. Yeah. But we need to keep this on the down low. We can't have everybody freaking out. It's like you
What do
said,
you-
these aren't Marines.
Well, we do have the 4 Marines on the ship, so we should be okay, but
Me too.
should we stop and try and get more protection, get another ship up here?
We're 3 years out, Chris.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
We're all that is. So if there's somebody left alive, we're their only chance.
Left alive? Fuck. Eee. Maybe they all just caught up in a really long game of Monopoly.
Let's really hope so.
Okay, we've been gone too long. Burke's gonna notice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Burke
you
notices
leave
a lot.
first.
And keeps a lot. Yeah, go for it.
Not this time. And Chris is gonna turn and walk over, like, pale. It's like, I can't do it. I can't do this. I want to go home. Hard, I want to go home vibes, and is just gonna go back to working on Lex's request to try and get some internal weapons on the ship, or because I know I can't fix the outside, but I can like maybe do like a Home Alone to the inside. I'm probably gonna go to I don't know. I'll go to Drucker and ask for like a laser.
I'm thinking like, if we have any kind of chemicals or anything on there that could be potentially
Oh, that's
bustable.
I would literally turn to you and go, I have no idea. You have to talk to Drucker about that. I'm a beeps and a boops guy. You're gonna have to go find Drucker and ask about chemicals. I can tell you where to put him though. It's up to you, Cap. And Chris is gonna go and Home Alone the ship. We trap some of the shit. I don't know. It was the captain told me to.
How quickly do you put it into effect is the real question here.
I think we have 2 weeks? That's 2 weeks of Home Aloneing this fucking ship. That's more than Macaulay Culkin had.
I just need to know
I
if
could
I
do
need
a
to start. I just need to know if I need to start making circumstance rolls to see if somebody gets caught in a trap.
I think the only 2 things that Chris would focus on if we are legitimately doing this, one, the entrance to the ship. The entrance to the ship is going to... God, we don't have much. Chris is going to tie some cans around the ship in case our systems go dark and Mother can't be here. Whatever I do, I know Abigail's about to fucking undo. But I'm gonna tie, I think, I'm gonna prepare before we leave the ship, so it's not going up while everybody's here. I'm going to kind of jerry rig up some cans when we launch between the ships. So if like something happens I need to know about, or like I hear something, or like I'm gonna put, you know what I'm gonna do? No, I'm metagaming this too much. It's gonna be marbles. We're gonna do some marbles. It's about to make like a perfect alien trap, and I was like, no, I don't know what's happening. We're gonna go with marbles. Everyone gets a fucking sack of marbles. I have some marbles. Why not? No, not in space. It's basically bullets. Meg, I don't know how to fulfill this request. Saran wrap? What do I do? They're so vague.
So before we go into the deep dives of how you actually do this, we've got 2 weeks. I might have you make a roll or 2, but we'll figure out what the specifics are.
You just put me in a spot so fucking hard. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna think.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
think
look at
about
what
it.
the. I'm gonna see what the Prometheus architecture looks like if we're a twin, and do something really quick. So someone else go while I have a mental breakdown about this. Me and Chris both have a mental breakdown about what's happening.
Stress die, stress die.
That sounds
Every
like a
day.
perfect stress die, actually. You're
Oh,
freaking
come
out
on.
because you're.
Because I can't home alone a ship.
You went from survivors to classified information to finding out Waylon was alive in a distress beacon.
That's right.
I'm being lenient.
And you are
Okay,
hiding
roll
all
that.
of this from your best friend.
Daisuke? Yeah. I
So,
don't tell
what
Daisuke.
you need to do on your sheet when you're doing stress dive, you're adding a stress point.
Oh,
So
so I
there
put
should
one
be-
on it?
Yeah, so there should be an indicator. You just increase your stress by 1. You don't
Okay.
need to make a panic roll right now. That's the only time you need to roll with the stress dice if you're doing an actual roll.
You're right. I forgot about that. Thank you. Forgot their directive. Only have people roll in situations. That's what they say in Alien, the TTRPG. But yeah, I'm gonna look into some gnarly shit I can do to this ship.
All right, we'll work on that. Is there anything else that we want to establish here on the Epimethius and this during this trip?
I think at some point, maybe a few days later, Lex would actually get the other Marine veterans together. Maybe play poker or something, you know, and would just kind of not really clue them in, but just say, hey, you know, we don't know what's out there. I just want to make sure that you guys are ready because I know you, I trust you, I know your training, and I'm going to depend on you.
We going into this expecting a firefight, Cap? Asks Lapata.
It's the thing. I got not a damn clue what we're going into. I'm expecting maybe search and rescue, maybe just search. Am I expecting
Wow.
resistance? God, I hope not. But you never know.
Well-
Maybe the crew turned cannibal and decided to eat each other.
Well, how about I just make sure that anybody who's going out there is armed with a gun if I'm not with them?
Absolutely.
All
Because
right.
you never know. Maybe there's some, I don't know. Maybe they did find some kind of like wildlife or something. Who knows? We don't know what's on that planet. Could be giant
we
penis
sh-
fly traps or something.
We sure as shit don't. But we've been out here for 3 years and we haven't found shit, so
That's true.
it's some bad luck on their part.
Yeah, but we know that happens, right?
Yeah.
You know, you get two squadrons out. One runs straight into an ambush, and the other one flies scot-free for weeks.
Isn't that the
Luck-
truth of it?
You luck's a bitch.
Okay. You include your poker game and go back and forth shooting the shit like Marines do.
Like Marines do.
Can
Let's
confirm.
circle back around to finding out what our good doctor is doing during this time, because so far your crewmates have decided not to clue you into what's going on.
Tried! I gave him a heavy hint to go talk to Dr. Drucker. And Lex was like, nah. Sorry, Druck.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No.
I tried.
No, like this,
Their
like
fault.
just the entire time. Guess like during the weeks of like, I mean, what Drucker's theories are like very like hypothetical. So I want to go around showing them because he doesn't want to frighten people unless someone, you know, comes up to talk to him because he doesn't know. He doesn't know like the. So I guess you know he's just you know continuing like pour over the research and making sure everything is like ready. Oh, during the 2 weeks, how long would it take for us to be able to get like a better reading of what this is actually like? How you said we'd get more information through closer, so like, um,
So, as you're entering the system, you're finding more and more that this entire segment of the system gets racked by ion storms constantly. You can pretty much surmise that based on that and the way some of these orbits are, and even as you're getting initial readings as you get closer to the planet, they're prone, most of these planets in the system are prone to storms themselves, localized storms, not the grander scale ion storms that will go through between them. It can make for a very rocky entry, and it could make for some very bad weather on the planet itself.
okay, so like these ion bombs, the like, whatever, will that make it, um, would we need spacesuits to like even be on the planet?
You will need spacesuits to be on the planet.
Okay, and I'm about to go, inform our pilot about, um, you know, probably, prepare for like a rocky landing. But like based off, environmental conditions, all that, and knowing like what they were researching, um, like based off the environmental conditions that we do know, um, can I make a estimation of like if there is life on this planet, what would it what it would look like?
Organic life, if
Yeah.
anything, there might be worms in the earth, but outside of that, the top of the planet, like the surface level of the planet,
Mhm.
is racked by these storms so frequently that you can't even imagine there being plant life.
Okay. Okay.
S-
Yes. Yes. So Draco would go find. Hey, Cap.
Hey, Doc. What can I help you with?
Yeah. So obviously we're approaching the planet. It seems like the extreme, uh, very localized ion storms. There. So we're gonna have to be. I mean, I don't want to tell you how to do your job. I'm not a pilot, but like from these readings, it's going to be like a very rough, rocky entry. Just
Oh, that's great to know. I mean, forewarned is forearmed and all that there. Yeah. Well, I guess we can compensate for that without too much issues. Um, if we have to go planet side, it'll be a little more of an issue for a landing craft, but it shouldn't be anything that we can't handle, right?
The Epimethius itself is designed to be the ship that lands.
Oh, my bad, Joe. I mean,
Like, it's not a massive ship. It's not
okay.
like it's not a marine frigate. Um, it's an exploration vessel, so it is meant
Okay.
to touch down so you have quick access to all of your lab equipment and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should be, unless it's like some really hellaciously violent stuff. We should be all right, but then again, we don't know what we're heading into. But you know, we'll keep an eye on it, and I'll have Mother try to set up some long range
yeah,
information.
good. And well, I know the storms are like violent. That while there may be some worms, like look under the surface, we shouldn't be seeing much biological life until, like not much plant life, at least, on the surface. The iron storm's too tough. So definitely, we need to make sure to prep the space before we disembark.
Gotcha. Hey, Doc, I've got a maybe this is a personal question. Did you know anybody who was assigned to the Prometheus?
Drucker kind of like looked down, kind of like dark expression for a moment, before he would nod. Yes, my good friend Holloway, um, uh, my notes.
Shaw.
Shaw were on the.
Okay. Do you have maybe any idea what they might have been researching? I don't know. Do you guys share notes? Is that a thing with academic types? You guys talk
You
to each
remember?
other?
Have I told you what my field of research is?
I mean, you're archaeologist of some kind, right?
Yes, I am looking for signs of living of a alien civilization. They had a similar theory, a little bit different. They were looking for the origin of the species.
Origin of what species?
Ours.
Ours.
Yes.
They were looking
They.
for the origin of our species on another planet?
Yes. According to. Wait, is this information classified? Would this information be classified?
Academic research? Nah.
Okay. I actually I would like pull out like.
The Holloway and Shaw reports are currently accessible to anyone who is an academic. General public,
Okay.
that's a different thing. But right now in the scientific fields, Holloway and Shaw's research is accessible.
Okay. Yes, I would kind of like pull out like whatever I have to pull up other papers and stuff, and then I would transmit one of the papers that I would be allowed to over to over Deluxe, and be like, here's a paper with they found like symbols in various places that make it seem that the origin would come off world, and so they're a bit more focused on the creator, the divine. While you could describe me as more of a dark, like old man named Darwin.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, I'll take a look at this. I appreciate that, Doc. That's
Which,
it's interesting thoughts.
what do you think about the fact that who said survivors?
Burke.
Book. It's a little concerning. Considering that like what they were researching, the fact that we need to look for survivors, but hopefully that just comes down to the atmosphere on the planet, though.
Well, let me just say this. We don't know what's going on over there. We don't know what happened. There are 1.5 million things that can go wrong out here. And 2 million of those will kill you. We can
Like-
only hope that we find out, and we, maybe it's something insignificant, but until we get there, we can't know for certain. But I absolutely believe we should take every precaution we can before we get there to be ready for any eventuality.
I don't. That whatever the reason for like the disappearance, I do not think the fact that they came to this planet in particular will be insignificant. Not knowing Holloway and Sean, not Sean. They're very
Yeah.
steadfast in their belief. And if they're here, it was for a reason. And then,
Good to know.
is there anything else you need from me, Captain?
I'll let you know if I think of anything, Doc. I appreciate you
Mania.
being here.
I appreciate you as well. And he'll nod and then turn to leave. Did all of that come across okay? Do I need to repeat?
Nope.
what I
No,
said?
you're good.
Okay. I'm nervous about my mic because it's cutting out. Like,
And the 2 weeks pass. Everyone's made themselves busy in their own way. As you approach
I think Fleet has something.
those planet,
The final night, can I go talk to Burke? Very quickly. Do you think
Go for
there's
it.
one more thing that has to be established? And I also have some booby traps I made. I wrote them down.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go to knock on Burke's door.
On in.
Chris comes in. Hey
Yeah.
Burke, how you doing?
I'm fine. Why?
I mean, why? Can't just come say hi?
No.
That's fair. Not a secret what I used to do for Wayland, or what I still do for Wayland. What my parents did for you anyway. Corporate espionage, basically, and everything but what we were called. I've done a lot for Wayland. You did too. I'll be honest, Burke. The way that you said survivors scared the shit out of me.
It's a term of classification. The ship has been dark for a year. Anyone still aboard is classified as a survivor.
But that's the thing, is they would be able to survive on board for a year. There's enough oxygen, enough food
Of
to
course.
sustain them if something went wrong.
Of course.
You know that. Yeah, you know that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared. I think all of us are feeling a little squirrely.
If I knew anything that would put your mind at ease or any of their minds at ease, I would tell you. I don't have
You
any
don't put my
more
mind at ease.
or less information than
Truth.
you do.
You don't?
Nothing that would pertain to your success.
I thought maybe this is really silly of me, or crazy, or dumb, and you can call me all those things, but I thought after so many years working together and basically growing up with Wayland and with you and with everybody, we'd be friends by now. I just thought that.
Shut the door, please.
What?
Shut the door, please.
Like on my way out?
No. Stay in the room and shut the door.
Okay. Chris turns and shuts the door nervously. Like, are you about to kill me? Are you about to absolutely? Is Berg about to murder my ass?
Engage PvP.
no one can hear you you scream if you're mute?
Actually, I have an LSI. I do still make sounds. I can make a sound. It's just language. Communicating language is difficult. However, Chris is perfectly capable of screaming, shouting, yelling, all the things. Just unfortunately, language is more tough.
In our line of work, friends are difficult to have. Trust is earned. I trust you.
Fuck you should. Told all your secrets. No. Okay. I'm back in.
There are things that I need to keep to myself for the betterment of our mission. Sometimes that means that I have to lie to everyone. I would never do so maliciously. I would never do so for personal gain. I do it for everyone's betterment. If I had some bit of information that would put your mind at ease, I would tell you. I feel no better about this than you do, but I've been focusing on what I can control. That is all.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
I respect that. I do. If the Wayland Corporation were going to put you in danger, like you specifically, not like the greater crew or the good, but you, Alexandra Burke, if they were going to put you in danger and you knew it, would you do it?
Of course.
Why?
What choice do we have?
Another job?
Out here.
We could be space pirates. It's not too late.
If I knew they were going to send me into the heart of a supernova, there's no chance of survival, I would have some trepidation. I would maybe find ways around it. But we are valuable. We have information that they need. Or we're going to, very soon. Just as soon as we find the Prometheus.
Like what happened to the ship?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll go do my thing. Make sure everybody's calm and capable and collected. And thank you. I feel
Anytime.
really bad about eavesdropping now.
Eavesdropping?
And then that's such a fleet bullshit thing. I feel bad. Bye. I think it's gonna nod. Do you have a crossword puzzle or anything on your desk?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think whenever Chris comes in, Chris will like pull it over, do a crossword, and put it back and leave. Oh.
Pulls up the file of Chris's comings and goings on and off of Mother's like radar. Why are you so spooked? And she's just gonna focus on that for like the next probably like 5 or 6 minutes.
I mean, Lex and Chris and Abigail and Chris do disappear together. I think Chris more often disappears by themselves or with Dice Guy. So if you want to use that, you can. If you don't have to. But I was like, oh, this might trigger something. I don't want to metagame too much, but I'm like, that's big, but up to you.
Logging it away.
I feel bad. Okay. Now I'm done talking, vibing, what have you.
Actually, one last quick thing. Just like probably also like some last day. Like Chris has been like, what? You drew big cans at the front of at the doors of the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Don't
like,
touch them.
at some point, yeah, like Joker would stop and be like, "Hey, Ross."
I like to know where you are. I like to know where you are. The two pranks that I have created for us are based on real things in the Aliens universe. So, Meg, I have 2 pranks for you. 2 things that could either save our lives that I will let the captain know about or kill us all. As Hoop has predicted in our chat. You did ask me to make this for you, so here's the 2 pranks. 1, I have now rigged the holograms to be able to project, or like the transmitters to project each of us being, or like Lex and myself doing like tasks. So it looks like someone's standing there. Could be a distraction. Could be a red herring. We don't know. They could shoot me. You know? I don't know what's there. Like, what if there's a zombie? What if Peter Whalen's the zombie? And this is like the zombie apocalypse. And like, I've
Zombie
seen
too.
those movies. Chris has seen those movies. So that's 1. 2, this is only activated during a vertical takeoff. So the special thing about both the Epimethius and Prometheus as 2 of these specific ships, they specifically have, excuse me one moment, thank you. What is it technically called?
Vital?
VTOL, it is. I think it has to be.
Vertical takeoff and landing.
Yes, it's VTOL. The VTOL modules. The VTOL module, I think, when there's a vertical takeoff or a vertical landing, I would like something to happen. We don't know what, but it's cool as shit. Or, oh, better idea. Chris has rigged one of the escape pods to be like from them. So like they have their data pad that they plug into the mainframe and they can now trigger an escape pod. Like without having to run outside. Is that okay? Those are the 2 things I want. One is like Chris is like, if I can't, if there's a zombie, I'm out. Fucking out. What do you think, Meg? These are what I've come up with. These are what I've visualized.
I think those are reasonable.
Thank God. So yeah, I now have an escape pod connected to me on the Epimetheus, nothing with the Prometheus. And the second one is going to be, I can now make holograms that I've been using to fool Drucker around the ship. That I've been trying to see how realistic I can make them, or how like they flicker. Like it's not gonna fool anybody, but like if someone was looking really fast, maybe they'd get distracted for like a second.
Wait, you were doing what with them, with Joker?
I'm pranking ya. I'm making them appear, that appearing behind you.
Okay. I was like, oh god. Wait. And so I come find you. I come find you, and I'm like, hey, Ross?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Haven't had enough comic book downtime in a while. Why, you want some stash? You want some Daredevil action?
Well, yeah, mission. No, no, I was just, I noticed you're, like, kind of pulled a prank on me in the hallway, and it kind of
Yeah.
me, and then also there's, collections of, on a string near the door.
That was
And,
just honestly to see if I could. That one's, I know, not going to be great. That one's just fun. I wanted to see what happened.
But why? What's going on?
Well, that one was... What do you mean, what's going on? I'm pranking.
Like...
I'm pranking on the captain's orders. It's not my fault.
What? The captain told you to do these?
Yeah, captain told me to prank people. Don't believe me?
And he's just gotta, like, think back and be like how Lex kind of very concerned before. And, it's like, okay. Yeah, you know what? No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Sure, yeah. And, well, I'll see you later, and, he'll...
Yeah.
leave.
Now that Chris has talked with Burke, I feel like they feel bad for what they did, but they don't feel that bad because they actually are like, no, it's a distress call. That's that is scary. That's like distress calls and movies and TV shows are like bad.
Yeah, but this is real life, so it's fine.
For a year! We need to know that! Okay. That's all. Meg, I'm back in your hands. I have nothing else.
So, the 2 weeks go by. Pranks are had, information is shared to some degree. Everyone is.
Exactly.
Everyone's doing their own thing. And as you guys get closer to LB223, knowing the research that they've done and some of the symbols and things that they've shown you, you can pick out the constellation as you approach the planet. That in every symbol, the tall figure, they're referred to as the progenitor, is pointing towards. That appears to be the planet that you are approaching. If you were to take that symbol into account.
Okay. So I go back to the myths or legend or like because like constellations, right? There's always like meanings. Astrology, like associated with these, and that's not really my field, but I know that was kind of like probably more maybe like more accounted for by Holloway and the Moore. So, what can I find about that?
Namely, just that they thought it was a map.
A map.
A map,
To
or
the-
given the symbolism and invitation.
Ooh.
But that's it. There's no other real association with the symbol itself. Even in their research into the cultures, they just consider it be somebody welcoming.
Okay.
But you make note of that as you guys approach the planet, and yes, there is an ion storm raging. It kind of racks your systems a bit, but you're able to find a break in it and begin to descend over LV 223. Watching as the storm kind of swirl over the planet's surface below you. And you know that, yes, it is going to be a rocky landing, but it's very unsettling as you approach, because you don't really know what's waiting for you down there. I think that this is an opportune time. I've held my players hostage long enough. They've done it to themselves with their own RP. Let's be real here.
Damn us for talking too much.
God, turns out my players like to roleplay. It's really strange.
Weird.
Shocking.
Anyway, we're gonna give them a break, get some water. You guys get up and stretch, hydrate too, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Soon.
Bye.
You will take over my mind, 'cause I've been lost, but I'm giving you all of my time. Isn't that good enough? Changing my patterns a lot. Yeah, I never thought I'd be sitting here wrapped in your arms. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, 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 no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, 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 no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. I never thought you would take over my mind, 'cause I've been lost. But I'm giving you all of my time. Isn't that good enough? Changing my patterns a lot. Yeah, I never thought I'd be sitting here wrapped in your arms. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, 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 no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. Like no one else, you have a routine with your hair. You hide your face, but you're so pretty. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, 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 no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, 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 no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, 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 no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. I never thought you would take over my mind, 'cause I've been lost. But I'm giving you all of my time. Isn't that good enough? Changing my patterns a lot. Yeah, I never thought I'd be sitting here wrapped in your arms. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make You hide your face, but you're so pretty. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, nowhere, and nowhere, no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, nowhere, and nowhere, no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, nowhere, and nowhere, no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. I never thought you would take over my mind, 'cause I've been lost, but I'm giving you all of my time. Isn't that good enough? Changing my patterns a lot. Yeah, I never thought I'd be sitting here wrapped in your arms. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, nowhere, and nowhere, no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. Like no one else, you have a routine with your hair. You hide your face, but you're so pretty. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, nowhere, and nowhere, no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, get there, get there together. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, nowhere, and nowhere, no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, You will take over my mind, 'cause I've been lost. But I'm giving you all of my time. Isn't that good enough? Changing my patterns a lot. Yeah, I never thought I'd be sitting here wrapped in your arms. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith in me, though you're scared. Sometimes I feel like we're getting nowhere, nowhere, and nowhere, no. But I'm still here. Hope that we will get there, and get there, and get there together. Like no one else. You have a routine with your hair. You hide your face, but you're so pretty. So let go of the things you hear. I'm not going anywhere without you. So put a little faith in me, though you're scared. No, I made it hard for you, but I can't. Now I wanna make you part of my plans. Put a little faith.
Welcome to the Lost Caravan RPG.
A haven for the lost, the worn, and the wandering.
Whether you only need a place to rest your soul,
or looking for a brand new journey, we welcome you.
You are safe within our ranks, surrounded by the friends you have yet to meet.
Some of you may be new, eager to take your first steps in the shoes of a hero.
Others are veterans of a war fought through generations.
Having played dozens of characters
and rolled hundreds of dice.
Either way, we can promise you will find moments of adventure and heartbreak,
as well as moments of tears and laughter.
Countless noble tales have been spun around our campfire,
such as Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons, Lancer, and Locust.
We travel anywhere and everywhere,
exploring towering castles, desolate space stations, and haunted mansions.
We have a few roles if you decide to stay.
Treat each other with love, kindness, and acceptance.
We never judge on appearance, only on richness of character.
For as long as you ride with the caravan, you will never walk alone.
We work together to forge a better world for us, and for every traveler after we're gone.
So, take a seat, grab a drink, and listen to our tales.
When you're ready, we'll help you tell a tale of your own.
Hello everybody, and we are back. For those of you just joining this, hi, I'm Meg. I'm the game mother for this evening, running this lovely crew through a cinematic that I wrote for the Alien RPG called Epimethius. I wonder what that could mean. But the crew found out that they are basically following up on the fact that the Prometheus has gone dark for about a year now. And being the sister ship, they had to go find her. They just entered orbit and are starting to make planetfall. In the atmosphere.
God help us all.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
Fuck.
So,
shit.
As you fly over the mountain peaks, storms, you can see them swirling in the distance. And you have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to wash over you sometime soon. Like we said earlier, those ion storms proved to be a bit of a rough entry, but nothing that Epimethius and their pilot can't handle. Hovering over the mountaintops, the search for the ship proves tedious. So you come upon a long, straight cavern, scattered amongst the rock. I'm not, but that's the end.
I got it straight. I'm sorry. Please keep going. I will not interrupt again. Keep your mood going. I'm so sorry.
How could you make me break like that?
I'm so sorry. I thought I was. That's a lie. I didn't think I was.
Damn it, right?
Say it.
Chaos.
Scattered amongst the rock and rubble lays a wreckage. Remnants you can identify with the Wayland logo and the telltale name of your twin ship. Laying alongside the warped and destroyed metal is a massive foreign structure in just as much disarray, but you can tell it seems to be shaped like a horseshoe. I don't know quite what it is or how it got there, but I suppose that's what you're here to find out.
What the hell is that?
Seems to be some horseshoe structure. We need to get closer.
Guess we know. We need to find that black box.
Are our systems picking up anything like radiation leaks or harmful EMF or anything that we can't visually see?
Nothing notable outside of tracking where the storm is and indicating that it's a massive windstorm, and a little bit more information starts to come through with now that you are planet side. It's a silica storm. So you know once that hits, it's going to be throwing rock and rubble everywhere. And if you are left out in that, you might be shredded to pieces.
Do we have an ETA of the storm?
A few hours before this one.
Enough time to find cover.
Essentially, you know that the Epimethius itself should be fine. It's just as long making sure that you as a person are not on the surface and exposed to that.
Right.
Yes. Are you raising your hand or are you trying to focus? I don't.
I was trying to raise my hand. I didn't want to interrupt. I wanted to ask. Can I, based off like current environmental conditions, once the storm hit, how long it would last? Like how long it would be?
Given the size of it, several hours. That's just until you hit the eye of the storm.
Is that like double digits or even triple digits, like several hours, or like talking 9?
Be about 8 hours. A shift.
Okay. Yeah. So Drucker would it's like this, the storm, once it hits, it would be like a time window. Maybe can't be 100% positive, but an estimation of 8 hours until we got to the eye, and then of course there would be the opposite side would have to worry about, and that's not accounting for any shift in the ecosystem during that.
That storm will absolutely rip everyone apart if they're caught in it.
We get down, we quickly get where we need to be. We should be safe once we're inside. It gives us...
Inside what? There's no... The Prometheus is... trashed.
Well, there's that... You called it a horseshoe structure.
We don't know what that is. We don't know what's in there.
And if we get caught inside while the storm is raging, then we're stuck in there.
So what do you recommend
Another
then?
8 hours.
We tell them there was nothing here and go home?
We wait at the storm.
Then what? We've gained nothing other than losing time.
If our goal was to try and find what was the stated mission? So I don't
Find out what happened to the
Find
Prometheus?
out what happened to the Prometheus.
Okay, so our goal was to find out what happened to the Prometheus, and like
We're gonna need the black box.
That isn't exactly the kind of that. We should prioritize our safety and wait out the storm. Then we'll have as much time. We'll have more time. Like that's like an 8-hour window. That's not as much time as it sounds like, especially not. I mean, we're gonna have to check out that structure. That's also our other other mission is to search for like alien life, and I mean, that's a horseshoe structure that clearly needs to be investigated, and that's gonna take more than 8 hours.
Meg, do we have landbound vehicles on board?
Yes.
Would those vehicles be able to withstand the silica storm?
Not for very long.
Okay. Even if we were to take one of the runabouts out there, they're not built to stand up to that sort of punishment. You know, I mean, these aren't, and this isn't like an armored APC that's going to withstand, you know, cannon fire.
So we sit here.
We sit here.
Don't have to. Well, we sit here, but then we monitor the environment to get more data about what this planet is like. So then, like, once the storm goes past, then we have more additional info about like when future storms will come. We can establish like you know, protocol for going out to find everything, to find out what we're here to find.
I have to agree with the doc on this one.
So, theoretically, if there were survivors out there...
If there were survivors out there, they've been here for a year. And another few hours is not going to make a difference.
The captain.
Damn straight. So, Mother, let's find a good place to set down. Ride this shit out.
So, we're able to touch down in the cavern, really not all that far from the wreckage site. Like I said, it's a long, straight and narrow. So, feasibly, you wouldn't be right on top of the wreckage because it's scattered everywhere. But you do have a few hours before that storm hits. You can get close enough where if you wanted to, you can at least search some of the preliminary wreckage.
I would love to.
You could go to the main part of the Prometheus and maybe try to sift through that. You could make the maybe quarter of a mile drive to get to the what might be an accessible point of the horseshoe. You can also see that there is, with some scans, there was an ejected lifeboat.
Oh. Yes.
How far
Yes,
away?
there was.
Is that within a time frame that we could reach it and return to the Epimethius before the storm hits?
Easily.
Let's do that. All right. All right. I'm gonna go check that lifeboat.
Of course, that should be the #1 priority.
Yeah. I should be able to get there and back in time. You want to go with Burke?
I would prefer to go out once we can actually land and do studying. If you're just passing by, there's not much I could do.
I've made the assumption that you have landed already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna take vehicle. Go see.
Go by yourself?
Anybody want to go with me?
Abigail.
I think Draco also want to go. As long as
You sure, Doc?
Well, I mean, what's the safety window? What like
a little under 2
how long
hours.
would 2 hours?
Look, this isn't the military. I don't necessarily. I'm not going to order your people around like we did back then.
At the very least, I believe that Abigail would be a good co-pilot for you.
Absolutely.
If something were to go wrong, if you were to lose pressure, you would still have a way to get home.
All right.
While I did say we do to establish protocols, sure we know when the massive storms are going to hit. I am excited to get a little bit of preliminary research done, and I could easily do that near this pod as well, and that may even help us figure out the condition plan. So yes, I would like to go.
All right, grab your gear. Abigail, go get one of the vehicles ready. Be there in 5 minutes. Chris, make sure the comms stay up. And if something happens, we get an ion burst or something coming towards us. Make sure to give us a heads up.
Can do.
And I'm gonna go grab my crap. Go get my car.
I have a question. Who is technically second in command on the ship?
So, depends on operations. Because technically speaking, as the corporate representative, you have hold over what happens over the ship.
Cool.
The captain has physical control, obviously, and with a military background, there's a ranking within that faction.
If the captain were incapacitated for some reason, then it would be. Unfortunately,
if the captain's off the ship, you're the one in line.
Yeah, it unfortunately fall onto my shoulders to take over.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Burke hates that. Interesting.
As we're going into this, you've granted yourself some luck. We've got another villain point in the bank right now.
I saw that other villain point. I got too scared.
I would also like to remind you guys that Defy the Gods was redeemed at the beginning of the session. So feel free at some point to use that to your narrative advantage.
Careful, y'all. Use it for death shit. Use it for death shit. Only don't waste it. I don't have enough to do another round of these.
All right. So, it was Abigail and Lex.
And Drucker.
Drucker.
And Drucker. All right. So you guys load up. You get your suits on. Lapada, as promised, make sure that everyone has a weapon of some sort on them. You guys load up with whatever equipment you feel is needed or necessary. Get on board that little dune buggy. It's not an actual dune buggy. It's a lot sturdier than that. It certainly looks like one.
Dune buggy over
Yeah.
there.
And you make that drive over to the lifeboat.
Like before we headed out, because like she's definitely my number one priority over work. Drucker definitely 100% informed his wife that he was like going out. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. So, and say goodbye. Essentially, like he's going out. Then that he'll be back soon. Not goodbye, just that he'll be back after this little version.
Not goodbye. I'll see you soon.
Yes.
Just make it back before the storm and call ahead if you find anything interesting.
Definitely will.
I would also make sure that everybody has their PDTs on their body and active, and I would have everyone's vitals and everything up on a monitor.
I think you and I are right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm on comms communicating through this, and I think that there's because this is the future and why wouldn't we have this? Chris is mute. Chris has an LSI. So I think when they sign, Mother can pick it up and send it via voice to text kind of shit. But
sign to text.
Yeah.
I can make Mother say shit. I can make Mother say fuck.
She censors herself, but
it's Burke had to put in a special request. Please censor Mother's word fuck.
Like, what type of censorship is it? Is it like the beep, or is like when Chris signs fuck, it's like fudge?
It's like static.
It says expletive.
Grim and Ross are considered an expletive at this point.
Or it's just, I'm not going to say that.
But you guys load up and head out to that lifeboat. And as you approach it, you can definitely tell that those storms have been wearing it down little by little. For all, it still seems intact. You can tell from a look of it, Captain, that it definitely bottomed out on that landing. That thing wasn't gonna actually fly or get picked up by another vessel. And even as you drive by looking at the wreckage of the Epimethius, it doesn't look like they'd actually tried to pull away from anything. They didn't try to evade this crash. If anything, you could swear it looks like they plowed into it.
Doesn't make any sense.
Megan, I have a question as we were driving.
Yes.
So I have like the pups mapping devices. So they can they fly essentially, right?
They hover, yeah.
They hover, okay. And so would I have some sort of method to like if I sent them out to be able to look up observe the mapping data on my person?
You would need to have a data pad hooked up specifically for that. You know that anything that's picked up by the pups automatically gets sent back to the Epimethius, and the telemetry and everything shows up there.
What counts?
You cut out.
What would the names of like data pads be? I'm not sure if I have one of them. Oh wait, no.
A PDAT.
A PDAT. Okay, so I do have a PDAT. Okay, so as we're like driving toward this one spot, like I do want to have the pups flying out. Well, would the pups fly faster than this thing travel than the vehicle we're in? Like no? Oh.
They take a while. They're very thorough, and especially if you're going over an expanse like this, they would just.
Okay, so I guess instead of like, we'll be going there anyway. So I guess like as we start to head out, I will activate the pups and have them like map out the surrounding area. But with like, is there like some way I can like specify like a time? Like a time limit before they return back to the ship?
You could program it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I like want to program it to on I guess like on a timer of like 8 hours, like when the storm is supposed to hit, right? To I guess go out and map the surrounding area, and then to come back, accounting for travel time, that for around like 7, give them a safety of like 7 hours to so I guess to map out like half of 7 hours, so 3.5 hours out from around the ship, so we can get some of that like map information of the area. This is what I want to do.
What?
Okay, do I need to roll anything for that, or it says like how many rounds will that be? Because it's like 1 zone per round thing. Like
1 zone per round. A round lasts 5 minutes. So you can get a decent ways out.
Okay.
Like spreading out, if you wanted to, you could probably get it to cover reach out to a decent chunk of where the Epimethius wreckage is.
Okay, and then still get back in time so that they don't get wrecked by the storm. I mean, that's okay. Yeah.
Alright, so those are deployed, and once they're active, it starts setting up on the holotab in conjunction with the telemetry that you already kind of gathered on your flight overhead. And as you continue to drive forward and you approach this lifeboat, again, like I said, you can tell that it bottomed out. As you pull up in front of the lifeboat, you find that the damage is significantly worse than you had thought. The airlock had been facing away from you as you approached, and as you round the corner, you can find that the door is open. And damaged. There is wiring hanging out. It seems to be stuck in place.
How lit is it?
Lit?
Yeah, like, is it dark? It's I'm not asking if it's like lighting a joint, but more like, can we actually see inside?
Fucking light is it, man?
You can't really see inside, no.
So it's like dark?
Yeah, if there was any power to it, it's out, and whatever light you're seeing is a bit of a streamline from what daylight you've got left from the storm coming in.
I'll take out my flashlight.
Yeah.
I have a
All right.
flashlight. It's in my equipment.
I know you have a flashlight. It's just the music for a second there. I was like,
Yep.
wait a minute.
It was a weird
You're
switch. I was like, that's
doubting
a
me having a
choice.
flashlight.
I built your sheet. I know you have a flashlight.
Yeah, Lex will get out with Abigail, and
I would sorry.
You know, flashlight, kind of approach carefully. Whoever was in this they were trying to get away from whatever was happening on the ship. They didn't get very far though.
Can I try to figure out how long, like, someone has not been here? Like how long it's been vacated?
Make me a survival roll.
I would assume like a year.
With the power apparently have been out, life support would not have lasted very long, especially if the doors had been locked in place. It looks like there are some tracks leading away. Vaguely. The wear and tear from the storms make it a bit hard to read them, but you can tell that there was definitely some movements that appeared to enter the life pod and then leave.
Okay. So it looks like something, like the pod was there, something went to the pod, and then something left the pod.
Yes.
Okay. Abigail like crouches down, looks at the marks, and indicates that basically to Drucker's outside with us too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Abigail would mention that to Bo, saying like it looked like something came to this pod when this pod was already there, and then left the pod.
So I'd like to approach Abigail and the track, and also do I know like people would get shredded by like an storm, and they happen like frequently on the planet. Do I know exactly what that would look like in terms of like what would be left?
From the original position, you might find shreds of bone, maybe some of the metal in the suits. Those seem to hold up. The metal seems to hold up fairly well against the silica, but with the wind, it could end up on the other side of the cavern.
Okay. So examining the tracks, I'd like to try and determine if the track fit the shape of a humanoid inside of like a spacesuit. Or if it could possibly fit like humanoid, like even after like, trying to account for like, the wear and tear that would have erosion.
You can tell that they're bipedal.
Based
on the spacing.
Bipedal.
They walk on two legs.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm having a dumb moment. Okay. So, can I not... Is that the most I can get? I can't roll try and get more information on that, or...
That's about what you'll be able to get.
Okay. Yeah, so well, whatever it was definitely bipedal.
Suppose it rules out bears then, huh?
Yeah.
While these two are doing that, Lex is actually moving closer to the pod itself, trying to shine their light kind of around the opening, looking, for, does it look like it was like maybe pried open with tools, or, whether it opened normally, that kind of thing.
Roll an observation for me.
One success.
I'm gonna need you to take a stress point for this one.
Oh.
Because studying this, you've done entries before. You're military, you know what explosives, you know what forced entry looks like in a number of ways. What this looks like is if somebody had dug their nails into the side and pried it open. But it is significantly higher up. It is over your head.
Lex is kind of
Definitely much bigger than a human hand.
this and like
Lex just disappears.
What the actual fuck?
How loud is
Abigail?
Yes, Captain Earhart.
Can you come here for a second?
And Abigail will walk over.
What do those marks look like to you?
What do those markings look to me? Exactly like you just described, or is there something you want me to...
Pretty much.
Okay.
Lex, I imagine, is pointing them out to you.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's
like
not
holding
hard
the
to
flashlight
miss.
like right on them. Oh, I disappeared.
The only reason I had you roll observation is because it was high up. So, whereas you would likely have been looking lower towards eye level.
Those appear to be markings done... I do not know what they could have been done by. Something... I don't know.
How tall do you think something would have to have been to reach up there and do that?
Taller than most humans.
Just a little.
They're taller than most humans.
You could approximate maybe 9 to 10.
Intriguing. Shall we enter?
Fuck me. Yeah, Lex will bring the light, try to look inside. Get that hand kind of close to that pulse rifle though.
Abigail will... is the door... the door's closed right now, correct?
The door is open big enough that you can pass through.
Okay. So taking my flashlight, I'll very slowly just enter the room, looking left to right.
So, inside is wreckage. You can tell it was a rather nice life pod. For some reason, there's a piano in the center of it.
My girl! My girl! I knew it was there! My chandelier, bitch! Chandeliers in space!
God.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so devastated.
A piano that is laying damaged and tattered, much like the bar, much like the cracked screen behind that curved against the wall, and the fragmented light fixture dangling from the ceiling.
Oh, what it is. It's a sad chandelier. No! My bougie
And-
goddess.
Drucker, have you gone into the into the lifeboat with them?
Not yet. Drucker would take it. Data pads have like photography, a camera.
They don't really have a camera, no. They're basically the size of this. And all the mechanics in that is meant to record and analyze and create a visual 3D map.
Okay. What about the personal data? Do they have cameras? Are they basically phones?
It's like a tablet.
So they do have cameras?
This particular one, no. Well, yeah, they would have a camera. Or you, at the very least, would have. What are you trying to record?
I am trying to take photographic evidence of the tracks, and then also the Lord's handprint that I imagine Draco would be aware of, like, once Abigail was called over. Well, so just, you know, crime scene photos of, like, the evidence.
So that would be a stress point for you. You have cameras mounted on all of your suits. So whatever you are looking at, whatever is within your visual, is being captured by a camera.
Okay. How far would have the pups have, like, traveled by now?
Quarter of a mile, maybe.
A quarter of a mile. Does that include data that's in the direction of where the tracks lead?
If you sent them out, there would be some overlap, yes.
Yeah, like they basically, like, as long as within, like, they could get back safely, it would have been like in, like,
just like a circle central around the ship.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In the direction of the track, what is the terrain? I guess that we would see by now, because I have my pad.
There's just rock and rubble scattered
Rock and
with pieces of the wreckage.
Okay.
Like I said, there's really nothing on this planet except for caverns, mountains, gravel.
Worms.
Maybe worms. You haven't found any yet.
Yeah.
Worms.
So, like, Draco would call into the pod. Hey, what do you want to do about those tracks? Should I, like, if they're not too far off, or, like, I'm aware of the timetable.
We need to get back to the ship.
How much timetable? How many hours do we have left?
You still have a couple of hours.
Abigail. Okay, so there's, like, no power, right, in this life?
There's no power.
Okay.
And if you let me scene set for a moment.
Yep.
I imagine that Drucker is calling out as you guys are panning your lights around the room. You're seeing all this wreckage, and then you're coming over to where there's an alcove. It leads into another part of the boat. Being in that alcove and Lex, once you see it, I need you to add another stress point. I actually need Abigail and Chris to also add stress points for both the hand marks and what you're about to see.
Even Abigail?
I think so.
Or Chris and Alexandra. Not Abigail, sorry.
Okay.
Wait, what? What are we doing?
You guys have been watching the video footage, right?
I guess we have. Yes. Yes. We are
Yes.
having a footage. Yes, we are having a footage party.
We're in our pajamas. We have
You can
popcorn.
tell me no. You can tell me no.
We are. We definitely are. Like, there's no way we're not. We're in our pajamas. No, we're watching it. I think there's been a lot of what the fucks and like trying to figure out what we're seeing. So what are we doing?
So, as the lights pan over, as you start to come around the corner to go into this alcove, into the other room, what you see beneath you, I shouldn't say beneath you, in front of you, is a very large, almost humanoid figure with another very large creature. Seem to have many arms, almost like a squid or an octopus, laid out all on top of this thing. Broken rib cage, and most of the body have decomposed and rotted. Exposure to the environment didn't really preserve them entirely. But there is still some flesh there.
Oh, what the actual fuck? Epimethius, are you seeing this?
Is that? Hey, Meg, can I? Would you let me do the honors of who that is? Or do you want
By
me
all
to?
means.
Why would you do this to my girl? Oh my god. That's Waylon's daughter.
Incorrect.
Oh shit, it's incorrect! Who is
Do we all have comms?
I
Can
said
we
that
hear
they
any-
were a large humanoid. There is no person inside this lifeboat.
But that's the chandelier. The
Do,
I don't know.
do
I
we
don't
all-
know.
do we all have comms? Can we hear everything that we're all saying?
I just guessed, but it's a lot of what the fuck. What is that?
I like the imagine that Chris is just kind of like, wait, is that Vickers?
Vickers? I saw the piano and I was like, is that Vickers?
But yes,
the
you
piano
guys
is
all have
chandelier.
comms.
Okay,
I will-
so I like at the mention of like what the fuck is that? That was like mentioned like that is like when Joker would like kind of get in his like looking at like the path and asking about like should we follow that, and then would then enter the pod to join them. Also bring out his.
So you were adding a stress point to your pool as well.
Yes, as I see this thing.
Yep.
And as you know, stressed out as I am upon seeing this, I probably also get very excited. Like, what? Wait, hold on. Can you describe it again?
Very large humanoid figure with a broken open rib cage and a creature almost like a massive squid or an octopus laying over it.
Okay. And so like this is like not like of a creature that has ever cattle.
Something
Like-
that is something with flesh strong enough to withhold against silica, storms. And in this environment, to maintain flesh is baffling. Because this has been exposed to the elements. There is silica inside the ship, inside the lifeboat. You know that it had access.
We have to take that back to the boat. We have to do research on this.
Agreed. Samples should be taken. Although, wait, how big is the vehicle? Like, are we able to actually bring this whole thing, or?
Wait.
Right now, I'm
That-
just asking if that's physically possible before we decide to do anything.
You could probably load up and transfer one of them.
Hold on. That's not going back to my ship without us knowing what kind of that could be diseased, it could be poisonous, it could be toxic. We don't know anything about this thing. I don't want to bring this onto a ship full of people.
Your comms chip on. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off for a minute. Your comms chip on. Say, well then I guess it's a good thing you've got me. And that's the voice of Francesca DeRosa, the biologist on ship.
Very least, get samples, and we can keep it in quarantine. Correct, Doctor?
If you're there, yes, take whatever samples you can get. I want to get my hands on that thing and study it.
Well, do we not, like, don't we have, like, do we have the space where we could just the whole... Obviously, we don't... Sorry?
You can transport one.
Well, I mean, obviously, the squid thing, like, I mean, we'd probably want to come back and get the other individual so we can study exactly what done to it, but I would probably be able to get that information from the squid thing, just like its physiology and what it can do.
Chris,
time out. Where's the person that was in this?
I'm not seeing any signs of anything but whatever the hell those are.
I mean, person.
Beyond that alcove, you can see a hauling med dock. One very much like one that's on board your ship. It's used for emergency surgeries. There is blood in it, as dry and caked as it can be. It is damaged because of the wear and something shattering through the glass. But there is blood in the ship, in the lifeboat.
Shit.
Is there a way to get... So I know there's no electricity, but is there a way to get possibly recordings, readings, memory banks of data that might have been still stored in here?
There would have been a micro black box. How much it recorded, you can't really be sure, but...
Abigail would like to extract that.
Yeah. Comparing it to a similar lifeboat that's on your own ship, it's easy enough to find. You have black box. Are you taking the specimen with you?
Specimen, Draco would like look at Lex, because Lex had resistance to the idea of taking it back, right? How long did it take us to get here? Actually,
About half an hour.
okay, and I suppose I would, how long would it take for containment procedures to be established? To be able to, like, if we transport this back, for them to then be like, to have it, like, containment procedures ready when we get back to take this into isolation without infecting anyone on the boat.
Go through the whole procedure. Maybe 2 hours. Because you're having to map a path from the main lock to the research bay.
Get on it.
Okay, so like Drucker will look to Black and be like, okay, so I 100% agree that whatever this thing is, it needs to be isolated. It's going to take them about 2 hours to map, get everything ready for them transport this while making sure it doesn't come in contact with anyone and then into isolation. So like if we start that procedure now, we can finish up here, maybe check out those tracks, and then take this thing back, and then they'll be ready for us to make sure that whatever this thing is does not contaminate anything else. Shit.
How much time do we have till the storm hits?
The storm is setting in quicker than you thought.
Oh shit.
Abigail? Come in, Abigail. Can you hear me? It's Chris.
Yes, Chris. I can hear you.
You got the black box, right?
Yes, I've gotten the black box and we'll be bringing it back to the ship.
Great. So my concern is with the silica store and that some of the data was damaged. Could you bring it to me and we can try and unclog it, or make sure that the video footage is, or whatever footage we have is consistent and not broken in any way? We can do repairs.
Of course.
Great.
How much? Sorry.
How much? What?
How much quicker is this?
About as long as it's gonna take for things to get ready. 2 hours with some wiggle room of maybe 30 minutes before that storm sets in on you.
Maybe grabbing a few samples might be better for now, and we can come back for the bodies later.
Fine, chop off a freaking toe, whatever. But
okay.
We need to go.
Yes. And like I'm going to go also at the time. I'm going to tell, because it's setting in quicker. I'm going to and I guess we know this now. I'm going to tell readjust the pups to make sure that they get back to the ship, so we use that mapping technology later as well. And then I will go ahead and try and collect a sample of this creature. And actually, since we're not taking the whole thing back, I guess I'll go ahead and get samples of both. If that's okay?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time because you are trying to figure out if the silica didn't wear through these things. Needs a little bit something stronger to cut through, but you are able to take some semblance of a sample from each of them.
Okay. Done. Look like well, first, how long does that take? And then after I'm done, I've got this.
To get some viable samples, it takes maybe 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
To make sure that everything is all contained properly.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time you have Francesca chipping away in your ear telling you what to get.
Yes. No, I follow her. No, I'm the archaeologist. She is the biologist. I follow. This is her field. I follow her like direction and advice to the left.
You get the specimens, you load up, and head back.
Rosie, you better have that quarantine ready by the time we get there.
I'm working on it as we speak, Captain.
Get Creed to help.
Oh, he's already here. I dragged him with me.
So I guess we ship.
Yup.
Head back to the ship with the silica storms breathing down your necks.
Yeah, we guess we get on back onto the ship and out the pups back.
And with the bay doors closing behind you, you hear the wind kick up and that silica start to clatter against the hull. And now you are in here for the storm.
Yes. Did my pups get back in time, or do I need to roll something for them being destroyed?
This set of pups you lost.
Oh shit.
They were a little too far out.
Yeah. So like, do I have more, or do I need to remove them?
There's some more on the ship.
Okay.
Many.
You have to make sure you're well stocked if something happens.
Yeah.
Full decontamination before any of the three of us get back into contact with anyone.
Hope you guys are ready for a nice shower.
Absolutely. Not like it's the first time.
Oh, come on. Don't act like you're shy now, Captain.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I would also, like, if she wasn't watching the videos herself, I would also, like, make sure to, like, do what my wife asked, like, her message. Yeah, you want to get rid of the biologist, like, right now. Like, so you can, like, look at and examine this, like, alien stuff that we found. She asked me, and I'm a good husband, okay? Like...
You guys go through decontamination, and that's its own process. A process that, much like this game, we will pick up another time.
It is like over.
Can I do it? Are we doing out like the final thing?
That was the cutoff point. So if you have something you want to add in character, go for it real quick.
I gotta Hail Mary it. Because I want to have this ready by the time we get back in top of next time. Chris is gonna go and take the thing from Abigail and be like, I downloaded some new jokes for you. You want to take a look?
Absolutely, thank you.
They're all knock, so use them wisely.
Oh lord.
Knocks?
Who's there? Oh, you'll get it. And Chris is gonna give away and take the little box. Oh, you'll see. And Chris is gonna take the black box and go into their room. They're gonna lock the door. Okay, Waylon, let's see what we're really fucking up to. And is going to slot it in and has the black box. That's what I wanted.
And we'll find out what's on the black box.
Yes, next time. Get right into it. Don't fuck around, find out, get right into it. And I'm on to fixing it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Alright, so that was a long haul one, guys. I, as the GM, usually do my outro last, so let's throw it over to Swoop.
Me?
You're the one next to me.
Fine. Hello, everybody. I'm Andrew. usually your games first here in the Lost Caravan, but as I said, you're going to see a lot of very friendly faces behind the DMs share in the coming weeks, because there's a lot of people around here with a lot of stories to tell, and you love to see it. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at up there, Lost Caravan RPG. I post a lot of nerdy things. I support all of my lovely friends and fellow nerds and gamers and geeks, and yeah, I just love being around good people. Other than that, I had the absolute pleasure of getting to play Alexandra Burke for this evening, and for the conclusion when we get to finish this game off next time. Yeah, I mean, my schedule and stuff, it's in our Discord. Just come from the Discord, link's down below. It's our way to hang out, and you can just find all of our stuff, like casting calls, which we do each and every month. That's it. They hear from me all the time. Hear from more important people. Jeff.
That's me. I'm at the Beardo on Twitter, and I think it's on Instagram too. Don't do a lot of posting, but I always enjoy playing games with all these fun people. These people all around me. I'm super excited for this two-shotter, and I'm super excited because next week I get to play through the Breach, which is going to be super awesome, which I'm playing with my good friend Sean, which is down there to me. down there to me. And that was an ordeal to create my character, but hey, it's going to be awesome.
We had fun with that.
We had so much fun
So,
with that.
when you do character creation, it is like tarot cards, and with each step, it gives you a piece of a prophecy, and by the end of it, you have like a full character prophecy that it generated for you. It's very cool.
And that's it.
And
I
that's
need somebody to drop me a link to that.
It's pretty fun. It's really random too. Sometimes your stats, you don't get to choose your stats at all.
You can be a person who's been stuck in a dream world with your living teddy bears for your entire life. It's very cool.
That sounds.
That brings us over to Fleet.
Hi everybody, my name is Fleet Dietrich. I'm playing Chris, your favorite he/him trans man. What am I up to? I don't know, but I think I just fulfilled my objective tonight. So I am very thrilled. Something happened that completed something for me. So I'm happy. Put a little tad head in there. What am I up to? Who knows? I barely know. I am currently running the TTRPGs for Abortion Access and Reproductive Rights bundle on itch. That's 33 games from 29 creators. This is a $150 value for $10. It's loads of fun. A few people who are in the chat are also part of the bundle and have been since the beginning, so thank you for your support. Thank you all. If you could drop a donation, really it's just $10, and it goes to helping the Brigade Alliance that funds travel, lodging, food, abortion, child care, so that they can go and seek abortions in other states. Full bundle. Really great. Please go check it out. You can also find my other shit on itch. I stream a lot. You'll see me on Saturdays as your favorite Damphiric Bacchanal cleric. Thank you all so much.
Future warlock of the Ashen Woman.
Future warlock Bacchanal cleric.
So just to hype up Fleet a little bit, our story so far, because the writer has been watching us, I get messages from him all the time, and the actions that Fleet did in I think the second episode made him want to write a subclass for us.
Very nice.
That was me sticking my arm in a woman. That was that.
Oh,
why does this not surprise me?
Sticking my arm in a woman made a guy want to write a subclass. I think that's what TTRPGs is all about. So follow me. Come see us. Come visit me in other places. I'm also your four-faced oracle on Lost Caravan, starting with our first session in October for our beautiful, scary Halloween season. You'll see some familiar faces, and maybe something is secretly going on in Merkborg. Who knows? Ready for the end of the world? Join me.
Yes. Over to Sean.
Oh, so yeah, I'm Sean. Today I've been playing Lex Earhart, your amazingly courageous and very attractive captain. And like we said before, next week I will be back here to play with Hooper and Jeff through the breach. Feel free to come and join us for some crazy steampunk arcanum otherworld chaos nonsense, because I'm sure it's going to be absolutely ridiculous like most of the things we do here. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm just in the process of starting my own photography business, so I don't know, super stressed out, but this is lots of fun. Love being here with these guys, and I'm looking forward to the second part.
Yeah. Over to Joshua.
Hello, everyone. I'm Josh. Wow, this has been a lot of fun. You can find me at Jay and Acres, where while often I've been trying to be more active on there, where I'm posting announcements of the games that I'm in, and occasional things about movies and smarter things that I could come up with from other people who know more things about movies than I do. You'll be able to catch me next on Neon Lights for With the Will, ran by Slayer of Fascist Foxy, and then the previous week after I'll be back here for the second part of Megan's alien for the second part of Epimethius, and then that Friday also on Lost Caravan for a beginner Pathfinder game on the which I think is on the 23rd. Wait. No, the next time for this was 28th. So it's With the Will, then the Pathfinder game, and then this. Yeah, so oh, grudging. But that's all from me.
Hey, that just means there's a lot of things going on, and we can see these people in a lot of fantastic places. As for where you'll find me, hi everybody, I'm Meg. You can find me as MeggMysteria on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch. They recently played through Bite, a Honey Heist hack that I wrote that is on my Itch page. They had a grand time of it from what I saw, but
so good.
I'm hoping they're having a grand time of this one too. But
yes.
You can find me again as MeggMysteria, mostly on Twitter. If you really want to bother me, I go by Knockoff Ripley on Instagram and TikTok for obvious reasons. Where I do mostly pictures and costuming. But as for what's coming up for me, you'll find me next time here in 2 weeks to do the second part of this two-shot. And then after that, I will be starting up a Dead Space-esque campaign over on Neon Lights called Last Transmission. If you like sci-fi horror, but not necessarily alien, I'm still doing some crazy shit over there.
We would expect nothing less.
But if you're interested in more alien, Hoop, do I have permission? You announced it on Neon Lights.
Yes.
You did announce it on Neon Lights, Hoop.
Oh.
So,
Hoisted by your own petard.
If you guys like Alien and you like what you've seen here, you'll see a number of familiar faces and probably a lot of new ones. There should be a casting call going out sometime soon for
Soon.
a long campaign alien project. So when the casting call goes out, within the next week, I think?
I think so, yeah.
What's the cool part
Within the
about
next
it, Meg?
week. Yeah, and what's the cool part about it?
What's the cool part about it?
You see, we've got a total of 4 GMs, guys.
For a long campaign.
Yep.
Wait, a long-term campaign with 4 GMs?
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot of players.
Oh yeah, baby!
Wait. Is Fleet one of them?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
You see 3 of them on the screen with you today.
I wonder who the
Call
4th
me
is.
Mother! We're very excited.
Yes.
It's gonna be very
Wait,
cool.
do
A
you
lot of
mean,
cool
like-
audio shit.
Like 4 GMs running it, or like 3 GMs actually already in it?
4 GMs are running it.
Oh wow.
You'll see.
That's a lot
We've been having meetings for the past month about how to make this literally the past month about how to make this the best we can.
Yep.
We're writing the story together.
Do you
All
know
of
how
our
much
ideas.
writing I've done?
Meg is going into conniptions. I've been watching a lot of Aliens. It feels like it's just as hard.
Oh my goodness! Like that doesn't surprise me. I've had theories about what Project Sunbreaker was.
But here's the question: have you read the old novels?
No, I have not.
What
I know
was
Jay
it?
said
Earth
this.
Hive or something along those lines?
I have 2. I think 2 of the 3 omnibus books.
Nice.
So
Anyways,
so much.
we
So
should
much.
probably close out, but
We should probably close out.
if you're interested in hearing more of this conversation, join the Discord. I think the last time half the server just showed up into voice chat and was just like hanging out while we were meeting.
That's great.
Yeah. Anyways,
Literally just at one of us if you want to talk about nerd shit,
Yeah.
and we'll do it.
mostly Meg.
We're here.
Yeah, constantly.
But yes, thank you all so much for being here, for watching us and supporting us. We literally can't do this without you. Y'all are amazing each and every stream. The fact that specifically, talking for myself, the fact that I get to do this and I get to roll dice with these amazing people is insane to me. The world is crazy. Time is a weird soup. I love what I get to do so much. Thank you to my lovely cast and crew for today. Y'all were fantastic, as I expected you would be. Thank you to Meg for running this and for being just a fantastic... what is it called in Alien? Not
Game Mother?
Game Mother?
Game Mother, yes.
Game Mother.
Call me Mother.
But our friends over at Insomnia Night RPG are live right now. So I'm going to throw it over to them.
Let's go ambush them. Let's go.
Meg, do you have a sign off that you wanna hit us with?
Do it. Be the ass.
I cannot wait to see what havoc Pandora wreaks upon you all.
Open it. There better be a dildo at the end. Let's go. We're gonna go fuck ourselves. We're gonna go fuck ourselves.
Wait, did I just get caught on stream? Did I get caught on stream?
One final reminder, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Salut.